Hello, Mr. Cove here, and today I want to talk about the finale for Welcome to Derry that came out last Sunday. Got to it a bit late as this has been a busy month for me, but let's discuss how the finale went down and now what we think of the series as a whole now that we have it all out. So as seen at the end of the last episode, it has awakened after the destruction of one of the pillars and is about to go ham on what I'd assume is like the whole world at this point. The miscalculation by the general that it would just be unleashed to the nation, but basically be the same otherwise is apparent immediately. A few missing kids in exchange for some obedient public scared into submission isn't going to be the end result here. He starts off by hitting the school and calls for an assembly of all but the upperclassmen of the school. He's noticeably bigger now and uses the principal as a puppet before deadlighting all the children. He heads out in some weird vehicle, and the deadlight kids hovering behind him like a train. He's leaving Derry in his cage for good. There's a fog that's been spreading out as well, and this is freezing the water, allowing it to cross unimpeded. Rose explains that if he reaches a certain point, he'll be out for good, and so the race is on to stop him. The group of adults head for the deadwood tree, which marks the last point where the dagger can be buried to retrap it. Rose gives Halloran some special tea to block out his dead people and allows him to pinpoint the dagger. The dagger, of course, is with Lily, and the kids are following it right now to try to kill him and save Will and the other children as they discover the massacre at the school. So that means all three groups are headed to the same place for a face-off here. The fourth group, the general and some soldiers, are also heading there, trying to stop the other groups from stopping it. As a group of kids and the adults meet up, they are fired upon by the military and Taniel is killed. Meanwhile, Halloran has temporarily disabled it by trapping into a fictional dream. Eventually, the military grabs Halloran and it is freed. The group is held by the military, but the kids have gone off under the cover of the fog to bury the dagger at the deadwood. But the dagger is fighting back for some reason, trying not to be put into the tree. I didn't really understand what the dagger was doing there, but that's just making it difficult. It's like pushing back, and they're having to have all the kids at once drag it to the tree, basically, and then have a hard time putting it in. The group breaks free of the military and helps the children by shooting at it and delaying him. Richie's spirit helps push the dagger, the last little bit needed to be buried at the tree, and that sends it back to Derry. This episode has some interesting declarations by it. He tries to kill Marge because she's the mother of Richie of the Losers Club, and it doesn't see time linearly. So he's aware that he dies at the hand of the Losers Club, and killing Marge would stop that. That also implies that these future sequels can at least have some pretend stakes attached to them. To it, the future isn't inevitable, so his actions in these future seasons matter, and his fate can still be changed. Halloran decides to use his powers to help people after these events and heads out to a friend who has a job at a hotel. All of us know which one that is. Rose asks the Hanlons to stay in Derry as protectors, and after some discussion, they agree. So that's it for the heavy-hitting plot points of the finale here. This season had some hits and misses, but I do like that the overall goal of the season was to flesh out its origin and mythology versus just giving us another group of kids for it to fight with. Because that's what the season really did the best. The second half of the season was much better than the first half, but episode 2 was also a standout. And 7 was probably the best of the series, unless you like this finale better. But I would say 7 was better for me. Seeing his power unleashed a bit really opens up the story as a whole. It's much bigger than just some kids disappearing every 26 years. There are forces trying to keep him reined in and also set him free. And this battle has much bigger implications than a single town and some kids in it. Its story could expand to great cosmic beings fighting over the fate of the universe, and those thoughts were just hinted at in the original book, more of just a quick explanation of how something like it could exist. Not that I think future seasons of Derry will explore much for that, but there could be some different It adventure that could come out of this at some point that kind of explores that. Being a fan of it, I would give this season a solid B. I think for people who weren't coming in as fans, they may give it as low as a D. The pacing, some lackluster episodes, Gargoyle Baby getting into 2 episodes, and Pennywise only appearing in the later half of the season makes it a tough standalone product. My girlfriend, being less of an It fan than I am, gave it a meh. I think that's probably appropriate for most non-fans. So that's what I'd say about this season. If you're an It fan, know going into it that every show isn't going to be a banger, but at the end, the result is worth the watch. And if you're not a previous fan, then you probably skip this one. So overall, being an It fan, I certainly enjoyed the series. It was worth the watch. I was looking forward to every episode every week, even though I got to this one a little late because of the holiday season. But overall, I'm looking forward to the next couple seasons. And again, the expansion of kind of the It universe would certainly be interesting as well if they wanted to go that and go in that direction with some other, series or movie or something. I would be watching that as well. So that's it for this video and this series, or at least this season. I'll catch you guys when the next one comes out. And thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.